Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tiger Lily. I thought I'd make a video today about some lessons from my 25-year-old self. This is something that I would have loved to have watched when I was 15 or 20 or even 23. I'm sure that I will look back on this when I'm like 40 and I'll have more lessons to add or maybe some to subtract from this, but this is what I have written down some in my journal, so I'll just be referring to this. My first lesson would be just to enjoy life, enjoy what is in front of you. If you can't necessarily enjoy what is in front of you as a whole, then try to find things that maybe you can enjoy. Not everything is always going to be, of course, the way that we hope for them to be, but usually you can find small pockets of enjoyment or happiness or even comfort and peace. When I think it was like 2 years ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I had a psychic reading and, excuse me, it sounds kind of random, but the psychic told me that my one purpose in life was just to enjoy. Very simple, but in all honesty, when you think about life and what life is for us and what it means to me, it's really easy to overlook enjoyment, and yet it is actually one of the most crucial things. Otherwise, what is the point? Genuinely. My second would be educate yourself on what matters to you and to those around you. Now, this goes for all things, serious and not so. If you have something that you've always been curious about, go read a book, go watch a YouTube video, go educate yourself. Talk to people who are educated, who maybe have some skill set or experience in that area, or who are also just curious. Don't let that curiosity die. I find that nowadays as well, and I am guilty of this, it's so easy to be introduced to an idea or for there to be a new, world event happening, and it's so easy to kind of just get glossed over with the facts that are presented to you, and then to take that as factual information when in reality on social media it's not always, of course, factual. Not everything is true, like we know, and so just educate yourself. If you have something that you have always wanted to learn about, whether it's a language, maybe it's an art or an author, or I don't know, the way that clothes are made, like it could be anything in the world. It could be absolutely anything. Why languages are formed, like that's always been a super interesting topic for me. I still don't even really know and understand how languages were actually formed thousands of years ago, and now how we can teach each other. Like that's just insane to me. But anyways, listen to what is important to the people around you, whether it's your family, your friends. Like that is a way for you to gain a deeper connection with the people around you as well, is by educating yourself on the things that are important to them. It, of course, would lead to conversation. Maybe you might have differing opinions, and that's okay. But yeah, just educate yourself. You're never too old to stop learning, especially at 25. Like at 25, you are so young. You're literally the youngest you'll ever be. So there we go. My next one would just be to relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, especially if you find that you hold a lot of tension in these areas. It is crazy to me the amount of times that I will get home from work or from a busy day and I just have so much tension in my jaw and in my shoulders, and I'm like this, where I you actually don't have to be, or I don't have to be, genuinely. Um, I do actually have problems with my traps and my jaw and my shoulders. Um, so this one's like a big one for me. Like, girl, just relax, relax your shoulders. It's actually okay. Just breathe. Like, if you tell your body, send the signal to your body that you can actually just relax. It's much, much easier to have some clarity, some peace of mind. I'm like, who the fuck wants to be walking around with tension in their body all day? Not me. Anyways, this rolls on to the next one, stretch. I don't care when you stretch. You could do it in the morning, you could do it at the gym, you could do it before you go to bed. Stretch. I went years and years and years without stretching, and I would train at the gym, and I, wanted to be like super active, but in some ways, or in many ways, I still felt really restricted. I started stretching, I think, kind of just because it got to a point with my body where I was like, I actually need to stretch. Like, I'm so uncomfortable. And because I was already experiencing pain in my shoulder, my trap, my jaw, I was like, I need to do something. And so now most nights I try and stretch before bed, even if it's just a couple of minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, like whatever feels right for you. Just stretch. Learn the different types of stretches. If you know that you have tension in one portion of your body in particular, research the stretches that are most beneficial for that area. Genuinely, it is just such a wonderful part. If you really can lean into loving stretching and the way that it makes you feel, it is just like amazing. Genuinely, it is one of those free luxuries. It is absolutely amazing. I love stretching. My next one is take the time to learn about yourself. Again, with social media, it's easy to be told who you're supposed to be. It's easy to fall into what you think you want to be, and that's like completely fine. In a way, you kind of need to know all the different facets that are out there in order to try and find what fits, but at the same time, just listen to yourself. Like, you do know yourself better than anyone else. You actually just have to listen to yourself and pay attention. Like, when you really think about what you like to do, what you don't like to do, what really gives you excitement and passion, you can start to unravel that ball. Like, I don't know, and I think that this comes with time as well. I remember when I was like 18, 19, 20, and I just had absolutely no idea who I wanted to be, who I really was, like what direction I wanted to go in. And for a long time, I just felt really, really stagnant. I look back on those years now, and in many ways, I just want to tell myself, like, girl, you just needed time. You actually just needed time to figure it out. You just needed to listen to yourself to figure it out. It's not something that, of course, happens overnight, but it is a culmination of all of the experiences that you've ever had, all of your likes and dislikes, the conversations, the arguments, the people that you've never even spoken to but have in some ways left an impression on you, that forms who you are and who you are becoming. And in order to genuinely relish in that and to really find who you are, like, you just need to pay attention to yourself. If you like doing something, keep doing that. If you don't like doing something, stop doing it. Like, I understand that in many ways it's not always that simple, you know, especially when it comes down to making a living. Everyone has different circumstances. And so it's really easy for some people to say yes or no to things, and for others, it is absolutely not. Like that, it almost doesn't feel like you have a choice, which I completely understand. I think it's more so what are the things that you do have control over and that you can actually bring or subtract from your life. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Would be to write and to read. Like, for me personally, this is a really big thing. Writing for me, I've kept a journal since I was under the age of 10, and I've kept every single journal since then. For me, writing things down is a way to declutter. It's a form of therapy. It is a form of creativity for me. Like, it is an outlet. It is just the best. I absolutely love writing. And something about just being able to put an idea down on paper, or again, to declutter your mind if you've got a list of things that you need to do, it's so much easier to just visualize it, just put it down on paper. And then it makes you feel so much better because half of it is already out of your brain. It's just on a complete different medium. And to read as well, like, there's so many different genres out there. There are so many different genres. I know that so many people don't enjoy reading, but have you tried a different genre? Have you tried a different way of reading? Like, of course, you can pick up a book. You can listen to an audiobook. You can do immersive reading where you read and listen at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways to read and so many different types of books. There are so many subgenres that fit into genres. I could not even begin to list all of them. Like, it's insane. There are subgenres that I don't even know. And I doubt that I will even learn about most of them in my time. But reading is just so important. It's, again, a way for you to educate yourself, to become inspired. It can be an escape. It can just be the start of something that you never would have even thought about. Like, I've been reading since I was a child, and there have been times where I've stepped away from my love of reading and then it's been reinvigorated, and it's just amazing. I love it. You gain a perspective on why people do the things that they do, or maybe you might become a little bit more empathetic as to other people's situations. It is just wonderful. I love, love, love reading, and I will never stop. Even if I have little ebbs and flows, I will never stop because I love it. My next one is to move your body, whether that's exercising or whether it's stretching. Like, there are so many different forms of exercising. You can dance, you can go for a swim, like, whatever it is, if you can move your body, please. It's just, there is so much energy that is stored inside of your body that, in all honesty, it just needs to be expelled. You need to, again, if you can, let it go, because otherwise all of that energy is just sitting in your chest or in your hips or in your head, and you become really congested. Again, I understand that this in particular may not be as feasible for some people, and that is totally fine. Again, do what you can do. These are going to look different for everyone, and for me in particular, I know that when I was 15, like, I didn't really care about doing certain things. Like, yeah, I'd go to the gym, but like, I wasn't really taking it seriously. Whereas nowadays, I do like going to the gym, but maybe it looks a little bit different for me. I love stretching. I also love walking. I used to love running once upon a time, but now I don't really run, girl. Now I don't really run. I love to swim. I love to swim at the beach. And that's the thing, it doesn't even have to be something that is strict or regimented. Like if you actually just enjoy, for example, going for a bike ride, you don't have to get Strava up. You don't have to track how long you've been doing it, and it doesn't have to be every single day. Do it because you enjoy it. Do it because you can do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, do it because it makes you feel good. That, for me, is the premise for a lot of these. And it is a privilege that I can do these things because it makes me feel good, not because I necessarily have to do them, but because I can. And I recognize that. And I hope that you do too. My next one would be to just take a chance. Take a chance on something that scares you, something that you've wanted to do for a long time. I have wanted to start a YouTube channel since I was like probably 8 or 9, maybe even a little bit younger. I used to watch so many different types of videos when I was little, and I always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I'm 25 now. I didn't start my YouTube channel until I was 23, I think. Purely just because I was so scared. Like, I was too scared to do it, and time just kept getting away from me, and I didn't want to get to the stage of life where I had put it off for so long that I felt it was too late. It's never too late to do anything, but I didn't want to continue with that mentality because, girl, like, it's so much fun to actually do the things that you want to do and to take a chance and to take a risk. Like, it could be anything. It could be starting a new hobby. It could be taking a chance to say hello to the stranger that you see at the coffee shop. It could be like complimenting someone. And that's the thing, you just never know where it could lead. Sometimes it doesn't lead anywhere, but you feel better because you have exercised that chance. And sometimes that's all you need. Like, what I've learned as well is that I always thought taking a chance meant you needed to have some fulfillment. There needed to be a tangible outcome in order for it to feel like a success or like it was worth it. But you actually don't, genuinely. It's great when that happens, but it's also great when it doesn't, because sometimes all you need is actually to just have done the thing. And then that's enough. That's enough to satiate your mind and for you to move on to the next thing, whatever it is. And especially if it has something to do with another person, like, just take a chance. Like, if you want to tell someone that you love them, tell them, girl. If you have a business venture that you've been waiting to put out into the world, it might be the one thing that someone has been looking for. It genuinely might be the one thing that actually helps someone. And if it only helps one person, that is amazing. It's better than helping no one, right? Like, take a chance. And my last one would be, don't be afraid to change direction. This one, I think is a work in progress for me. Like, for me especially, change is a lot of times quite scary. I'm a creature of habit, and even if it's something really small, sometimes it's really scary to still initiate change or to commit to change, whether it's moving house, whether it's starting a new degree at uni, it could be starting a new job, it could be trying a different genre of music, a different genre of movies. Like, sometimes it's so easy to maintain your comfort in what you know, and it makes complete sense. But when you also think about the fact that there are parts of you that you don't even know about, there are things that you don't even know that you will love one day, but you are destined to. The only way that you're going to get there is by actually changing direction, by actually taking a risk, by actually doing something different. And this could be maybe a relationship that you've had for a long time, whether it's platonic or romantic or family. Like, sometimes you know, like your body knows long before you do, or long before you're willing to accept that change is coming and that it's necessary. And the thing about change is, like, realistically, you can change directions as many times as you want and you're still not going to be on the wrong path. Like, I'm a firm believer that you can never really make the wrong decision. And I mean that with a grain of salt. Of course, there are times where, like, you know, you shouldn't go out and kill someone. Like, you shouldn't go out and harm people. That is a wrong decision. Don't do that. But I'm talking about, you know, things like, if it's a haircut, girl, the hair will grow back. The hair will actually grow back. You're going to a restaurant, try a different recipe. I mean, yeah, try a different recipe. Try a different menu item. Try a different drink. Like, it's a 50-50 chance. It could go yes or no, right or wrong, up or down, but you won't actually know until you take that opportunity. And imagine if things go right. Imagine if it actually worked out the way you wanted it to. Isn't that such a wonderful thing? Like, isn't that such a wonderful opportunity to have? There are people out there in the world who don't get the same opportunities that you and I do. And for us to be so rich in life that we can actually make change if we want to is just invaluable. Absolutely invaluable. It's something that other people dream of, and if you can do it and you've wanted to do it, whatever it is, just do it. Just do it. You can always book a flight home. You can always turn around. You can always go back to what you know. You're not going to lose who you are just because maybe you make a decision to decide to go down a path that doesn't actually suit you. At least then you know, right? And then you're still better off. You've still gained something. You never lose in those kinds of situations. So, yeah. Anyways, those are all the things that I wish I could have told my 15-year-old self. Lessons that I've learned in my 25 years. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have maybe some lessons that have been imperative, crucial to the becoming of who you are, let me know what they are. Let me know what they are. Maybe they might help me, or they might help the person that's reading your comment. You never know. Anyways, I'm sitting here in Crema, Italy, and I'm watching as this storm is rolling in. So I will chat to you guys later. Okay, bye.